Hi, I'm Lauren Bryant, twin mum, event host, and award-winning small business specialist with a background in automotive and finance. I'm coming up to 10 years of Empower House, where I've helped hundreds of women streamline and scale their business. The greatest thing I've built, though, is an incredible community through my events, the Brunch Club. In over 70 live events, I've created thousands of connections and raised tens of thousands of dollars for charity. Most of all, I created a no-pressure networking space for women to feel seen, heard, and supported. This podcast is an extension of that, where I can share what I've learned, bring amazing speakers to share their story, and keep living the Empower House values: community, empowerment, and education. If you are an ambitious woman in business, welcome. This is for you. Hi, darling. Welcome back to the podcast. In today's episode, we are performing an autopsy because the girl boss is dead. Do you remember around the same time as when Instagram was getting started, there was a boom of hashtag girl boss posts, 2.5 million of them on Instagram alone. And the term itself came from Nasty Gal founder, Sophia Amoroso. If you don't know her story, she started her e-com business, Nasty Gal, from her garage in 2006 on eBay. It blew up in 2012. It was generating over $100 million. There was a team of over 200 people. She released her memoir, Girl Boss, in 2014. And then after some claims of mistreatment in the workplace, they had some financial troubles. Nasty Gal filed for bankruptcy in 2016. But by this time, the girl boss movement had taken on a life of its own. It became a symbol for the new era of ambitious, self-made entrepreneurial women, and the media was loving it. They loved the whole power player in business thing, which is ironically the start of the demise of the girl boss. So the headlines and the repetition turned this girl boss idea into something that was unsustainable because she had to be exceptional. She had to be highly successful, always flawless. So you turn this into this really narrow, unattainable definition for most. And then there's the part where we don't refer to men in business as boy boss, which is a whole other rant from me, but you can see where I'm headed with this. The girl boss movement became all stress. It was high volume, high hustle, do it in heels, and look like you aren't breaking a sweat. So today we know better and we're doing better. If you are new here, you can catch up on some of my other episodes, like episode 17, where I'm talking about the ins and outs for 2026. And spoiler alert, hustle culture is in the top of the outs list for this year. Or you can catch up on episode 8, why you shouldn't have a $1 million business. If you have been here for a minute, though, you will know I am big on aligned strategic action, which gives us a much more sustainable model and empowered leader. One of the major reasons that the girl boss is dead is because hustle alone doesn't scale. Systems do. And to be very clear, systems are not just tech. If you are in your business and you are doing all the amazing things and you say, but we don't have any systems and we're killing it, you're probably referring to tech. And let me tell you, you do in fact have a system. You are the system. And what happens when you don't or can't work or you can't keep up with the volume? The business falters, and in some cases, or many cases, it fails. So here's our new framework. As an empowered leader, instead of working hard, we are building smart. This means that we are using our resources wisely: your time, money, network, and energy. So here are your 3 pillars for building your empowered leader era. Pillar number 1 is that we're becoming ruthless with our priorities. So get very clear on what those priorities are and If it doesn't move the needle in your business, it's getting deleted. Ruthless. Number 2 is systems over effort. We will always fail to our systems. So let's firm up those foundations. We're going to audit everything that we're doing in our business and using in your business, and make sure that what you have is supporting you to achieve your day-to-day priorities. If you want more help on that, I did another episode 2, about streamlining your business systems. Go and listen to that one. Pillar number 3 is authentic connection. And you will hear me talk about community all the time. I think it is one of the most important things you can have in your business. So we are going to build your network the right way. You have to become the villager in order to have a village, which means investing some of our time and energy into building our network, not from a mindset of what can I get out of this, but from what do I want to grow here and how can I put that in? Okay, let's get some strategic action happening here. Step 1 for you is to do an audit. You're going to have a look at your calendar and honestly answer, how much of your time is reactive? Where are we putting out fires and solving problems? And how much of it is proactive, focused on growth and strategy and building the business? We're working on it, not just in it all the time. And then the pivot. What one thing are you doing right now that you are only doing because you think you have to as a leader? And maybe that's coming from social media or a habit from your previous career, or maybe you've got a coach or a mentor who told you to do things this way, but it kind of never felt like you. This is your permission slip to redefine the kind of leader that you want to be in your own business and to be that empowered leader. I am so interested to hear what has come to mind for you during this episode. So if you are ready to drop the grind and the hustle and build a business that actually supports your life rather than the other way around, take a screenshot of this episode and tag me on Instagram at empower.house and tell me the one thing that you are quitting today. Thank you for joining me on the podcast. Have a beautiful day. I will see you again soon.
Thank you so much for joining me on podcast today. I hope you loved this episode. If you did, please remember to share it with somebody else who you think will enjoy it too. I would love it if you leave a review, which helps me reach more people just like you. And don't forget to come and join me on Instagram at empower.house. Thank you, darling.